I'm gonna cut it there because I don't know how much longer that goes.
To be fair, I don't think anyone really knows.
Forever.
Well, it had like 2 descending actions, and I'm like, okay, song over?
5 minutes and 32 seconds.
Son of a bitch.
You made it through 4:53. It's fine. Everything is fine.
Well, good evening, everyone.
Oh wait, is this the point where we say good evening?
Sure, if you want
Wait,
to, or you can just.
Are we leaving already?
I don't know. It was just really awkwardly silent for like 6 seconds right there.
I'm used to this. I'm used to my party members ignoring me.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we ignored you for an hour last week, so we could calculate how much of an explosion we were about to shove up their rectum.
To be fair, that
This is
was
true.
some of the most glorious napkin math I've ever done.
I'm glad we could give you this experience.
Second to like spitballing ways to make a profit off the Powerball. I was kind of drunk that night. It was fun.
Pretty sure that's not very cost effective.
Not at all. $262 million primary or initial investment. Fight me.
Well, I think you just gave Jimmy the answer to life he needs.
Right?
I'm just gonna be tinting a couple models because we got a couple people out for right now. Maybe they'll come back with us. Maybe they won't. I'm gonna tint them because they're not active right now. Okay, so morning rises upon the city of Brass. You heard the call of desert birds.
You are cutting a little bit, Josh.
Just a little bit of a cut.
Just a little bit of a cut. Like
right
half
at
a
the
second
end.
too long off of your push to talk.
Yeah, you hear the call of desert. Hearing the morning calls of the desert birds, the city waking up, people going to fetch water, conversing on their days. The tavern is already bustling. For from what you've noticed, it seems to be busy all hours of the day. The smell of food wafts up to your rooms, enticing you to go down, eat, spend more money. Mostly spend. What do?
I steal their money. No,
Vidus,
not really.
Vidus remains in my room, curled up on the bed with a bone. Not one of his.
Damn it.
Although there's something uniquely horrifying about Vidus chewing on his own leg bone and then bringing it over to Akvis to put it back onto his leg.
It's like, okay, I'm done.
Fix me now. So Vidus is upstairs, out of sight, out of mind, chewing on something else's bone. We're not going to ask where he got it, because that's not an answer anyone wants. But Akvis will go downstairs. And with her hood drawn over her face, sit silently at a table in the corner and wait for the others to come down.
Tiedrix will grab some food, just out of habit.
It's breakfast time, gonna sing a song about... No, I'm not. You are all spared.
Spared. Thank goodness.
That sounded sarcastic. I could still do it.
Sarcasm? From me? I wouldn't consider such a thing. She smiles with a lot of tooth.
Don't test me. It's early. I'm grumpy. I'll do it.
This is when Mulgarian walks up behind wherever Fizzle happens to be standing, and he just puts his hand. Well, the intention was across her, like on her shoulder, but it ends up kind of being across her upper back. He just gives her a gentle pat, and says, "Which means you're awake." At which point Mulgarian just continues walking and plops down next to Tiedrix.
Out of character, this feels like a lead up to a really awkward night after in the tavern, and I'm slightly uncomfortable.
You know exactly where this is going.
Yes.
So he just kind of looks over Tiedrix. So I saw you hide a body under the table last night.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Is that where Vidus got his bone?
I don't think so. It was that flirty barmaid late chick. Whom you both shot down, which I thought was quite entertaining.
What?
Not enough scale for my liking.
Duly noted.
She squints. There's a solid thunk as her tail hits the leg of the chair that she's sitting on.
Stop being gross.
I had enough on my plate last night to have to deal with an entanglement.
I didn't. Why didn't the barmaid talk to me?
You probably have the wrong plumbing for what she was looking for.
As if
That's
I
boring.
don't?
Because the DM wasn't in charge of the barmaid. That's why.
I meant. At which point, so at Vidus's comment, he just kind of looks to her, shrugs, and
Vidus,
says,
let's be very clear, Vidus is upstairs
Not Vidus,
with
sorry.
a bone.
I'm sorry, Akvis. I misspoke. He looks over to Akvis and she just kind of shrugs, says, most humans have a hard time telling the difference between anything that doesn't have skin.
I have skin, thank you very much.
You know what I mean.
Gross.
So Tiedrix, how's the new roommate?
Silent.
Tempted. Nope.
Do it.
Resist.
Do it.
Nope. Pass my will save. Not gonna do it.
Shit, y'all. The DM's failing or making his own will saves now.
Well, we're fucked.
Wait, what? Who's when?
Josh made a will save. Josh never makes saves. That's why he made Digger, so that he could just never get hit.
This is true. Anyway,
Anyhow,
So-
back to the game.
a barmaid, different barmaid from last night. The morning barmaid happens by and produces for you a small tray of breakfast.
I dip my head in a bow. And, I'm assuming there are pastries or something. Food. What kind of breakfast food? This is important, Josh.
Well, it's a very dairy-heavy breakfast. There's some yogurt and some cheese, and the items for coffee. Like there has been percolated coffee. Some nuts, some dried fruits. It's a whole plate of various small dishes. Kind of a take and choose what you want.
I will reach out and acquire a cup of coffee, and with no regard to the fact that it's almost boiling hot, drink it in one go. So what is it that we plan to do with any of this now?
Well, I don't believe that there's too much more for us to have to fix here in regards to our problems. So, I suppose that would mean that our next issue is to go and address their allies at Tiedrix's plane.
Homecoming of sorts, then?
Title drop.
Roll credits.
Is there any benefit to sitting here, spending the morning doing nothing, or is it not in our favor too?
Well, Tiedrix, did you manage to get yourself collected enough to let us know about what was going on at your plane before you left?
Yes.
Because I'm eating breakfast first.
Tiedrix is nursing a cup of coffee.
Akvis starts in on her second cup, slightly more slowly this time.
So should I just go over what Tiedrix knows about the last thing Tiedrix knew about the plane?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Jumarad is an island nation. Rilaru, where Tiedrix is from, is an island plane.
Tiedrix tells us.
Yes. Okay. Fine.
Yes, okay, fine.
I don't know how specific you want.
Just
Well,
tell us everything that you know so that we are on relatively even footing when we finally see this place. Please, Tiedrix. And she smiles. Significantly less tooth than she used with Fizzle.
As far as the armies of Jumarad, it is foot soldiers mixed. That's a mixture of regular humans and whatever necromantic creations they've managed to make, led by necromancer generals. And the more powerful the mage, the higher up the chain it goes. And there are a lot of them. How exactly far it goes, I'm not entirely sure. I was part of the Royal Guard, so I wasn't interacting with them on a daily basis.
what has been their general strategy? Because as you were putting it, this is functionally a conquest.
Well, before the barrier fell completely, there were cracks in the barrier, so there were occasional breaches, but there were no tactics. It was small groups, and the border guards usually dealt with them fairly quickly.
But once the barrier fell, and this became an actual problem,
The last thing I knew was I was about 3 islands away from Rilaru's border to Jumarad, and saw maybe 3 garrisons take those islands. And there was an airship.
And there was a what?
Airship. They had a flying ship.
Oh, okay. You were cutting out, so I can understand you.
And
Hey,
then
Tiedrix, could you tell that entire story again? I wasn't listening.
no.
Put my heads in my head. Put my heads in my hand. Put my head in my hands.
Rude.
And before I could do anything, as I was watching the last town fall, I walked away.
Also rude.
So, in short, they were going for a strike fast and strike hard land-based assault with air support.
Yes.
Hmm.
But I don't know how much time has passed on my plane.
Well, generally, time ends up being consistent between the planes, isn't it, Josh?
More or less. Like like you might walk from one plane from sunset to sunrise. Like it might be a different time of day, but more or less time tends to be consistent between them. It's just not everywhere has the same.
So a minute in one plane is a minute in another plane, but
But the time of day exactly might be different because planes tend to have their own celestial bodies, like moon and sun.
hmm. Okay. About how large was this airship that you were talking about?
Not entirely certain. I don't know how far away it was. It was just in visual range.
Can you ballpark it?
Well, considering it's one of their generals, I would imagine it holds at least 150.
So, not terribly large. Alright.
But that's just going off of the ancient texts of their sea vessels. There's never been a flying vessel on Jarhead. But I can't imagine that their architecture would change very much.
So, the short version here, and this is not meant to be a criticism, Tiedrix, but ultimately you're saying that you don't really know much of anything about what is actually going on. You just assumed you needed help.
I know I need help.
No, that's not.
Then it is help that you shall receive.
Yes.
Shit. Me lose my accent. At least it wasn't Irish. Shut up, Matt.
Out of character, how are we going to handle Marcus and Jing fought? Like, are we just kind of assuming that they're in the background and just being quiet?
I'm assuming that they're kind of in the background being quiet. Marcus is normally fairly quiet.
Disappeared.
They're
And
Planeswalkers.
after everything that's happened, you find that Fizzle's glued them into their own beds.
Why would you do this?
Because all of that fur.
Because it was funny.
I mean, it's just discount waxing, right?
You're a bad, bad person.
Oh, I am a horrible person, and you all know that quite well at this point.
Anywho. Well, if we're ultimately going to be going in blind, then I guess we may as well finish eating and then just go in and figure out what we can do.
Well, we can hope that the Relaru capital city hasn't been taken.
Except, wouldn't that be exactly where they're gunning for?
Not necessarily.
What would be a higher priority target than taking out your entire central government?
Well, it's not as if we're the only government out there. Jumarad really detests non-humans. More than Relaru. So, I
Then
believe
then
that
should
they're
we
going
not go?
to go where?
Then should we not go to the people who are going to need the help the most?
We really don't want to go to the other kingdoms.
I presume that me and my methods will not be particularly appreciated here.
I might be able to convince them.
It's okay. I'll protect you.
Do I need to roll an energy roll, Josh, to like summon fire in the palm of my hand to prove a point?
No.
Okay.
That's not having any narrative impact, so no, you don't have to roll for anything.
It's not having any narrative impact. That's a horrifying threshold for making a roll. So Akva snaps her fingers and summons an orb of flame floating over her hand, and kind of glances at Fizzle and says, "I appreciate your eagerness to come to my aid, and I may in fact take you up on that, but I am not defenseless without the dead."
Clearly, you do not.
She smiles that
otherwise-
fang-filled smile again.
Otherwise, whatever. I'm back to my breakfast.
So, Tiedrix, why would we want to avoid the people that are the first targets of this undead army?
Because Relaru is the first step. It is the go-between between Jumarad, but they won't want to completely destroy Relaru. There is a reason I can't. There's an artifact there, and that's something that we need.
Okay. And then why would they not know that it's there? That's what I'm trying to determine. You say that the taking out the central government of your nation would not be their first priority because they hate non-humans more. But they have powerful mages, which means that they have who knows what methods of information gathering, correct? So why would they not go after the relic that is the linchpin of containing them again?
Because they don't know that Relaru has it.
So, as far as you are aware, what would be the enemy's priority target?
If their teachings are anything like the original Jumarod, they will be after their weapon.
And what is that?
I don't know what it does. It was 2,000 years ago.
Do you have any idea where it is?
Part of it is in Rularu, but it was moved to there. They don't know where it is.
Is it in the capital of Rularu?
Yes.
If they have a multitude of mages, we need to assume that they have the ability to use divination magic, just like we have the book, to try to scry for things. Especially if they're intimately familiar with it, it would not be hard for them to try and scrying. Now, I don't doubt for a moment that your people would have wards up to try and protect against that, but any defense eventually buckles. So if you think that that would be their priority, if that object would be their priority target, that's what we should go after. If you think that the necromancers are going to go after people first to create more bodies so that they have a progressively building army, we should go after that. And to clarify what you were talking about for Rularu being the in-between, functionally you're saying that the Jimmerod's borders are only against Rularu's and that your people are the bulwark against the rest of the world.
Yes.
Okay. Then, as a to ask this again, why would we want to avoid the non-humans of your world? And I'm asking this very specifically. Why would we? And he's going to motion throughout the room at the other 5 that are all not human. Need to be concerned about that.
First off, Planeswalkers. Second of all, most of them will automatically hate Fizzle. Pixies and fairies are not well liked.
That'll be fun.
So all of the non-humans dislike Planeswalkers?
Think of what one Planeswalker did for a realm.
He has a point there, Malgarian.
You all use mana in ways that our realm has forgotten. Because one Planeswalker made it that way.
So you're saying that there is 0 chance of being able to accrue any of these other races as allies?
Well, there's other reasons.
I'm listening.
They don't know what you are. Or Akvis.
This
We don't
seems
have-
to be a theme.
We don't have dragons and whatever you are. Sorry.
Yoshino.
Viashino.
Fluffernutter.
See,
You would. You would.
I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad.
See, I know what she is, because I pay attention. What were we
I
talking
am
about?
certain that is not all you pay attention to, Fizzle.
And that can be a problem.
So Vidus will stay out of sight, and I will continue to play it being something other than what I am. Is there anything you can do, Malgarian, to create a disguise for me? Or for
Yes.
Vidus? Can we actually, out of character, can we actually disguise Vidus as a golden retriever?
Probably.
If I made what amounts to a fur coat,
Back in character. To maybe in our best interest to not limit ourselves by hiding Vidus in a backpack again.
I agree.
And
He's-
I must admit, this cowl is not going to do much against anyone determined to see underneath it.
Bulgarian kind of just is like slowly rubbing the bridge of his nose with one finger as he's thinking.
As a member of the Royal Guard, I might be able to convince them that you're there to help, and I need your help, as I do need your help.
Then you also need to understand that if you cannot, and they try to arrest us as being guilty of simply being non-humans, or worse, I will fight my way through your people.
Welcome back.
That was a Dallin.
It was a Dallin.
Hi,
The other two
Donna.
are still making out. It'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
It seems that there is no alternative here. If Tiedrix's people need our help, then as
Yes.
we would like if it were our own species, we shall help.
Mm-hmm.
If they act against us, I will do everything in my power for us to carry out the objective of blocking out Jumarod. But can you at least promise not to kill any of them?
I
I will
cannot.
try not to.
That's all I
Akvis
can
looks
ask.
at him very pointedly, and then points upstairs towards where Vidus is still chewing on a bone. This is not what I wanted with my life, and you've seen where it's gotten me. I will do my best. But it is, at this point, against my very nature.
To what, not kill?
The dead are easier to manipulate than the living. And it tends to happen accidentally around me.
I make no promises.
I'm only asking this for the Rillaru. I don't care if you kill any of the members of Jumarod.
Marvelous. You have my word, Tiedrix.
Oh. He's just going to go back to nursing his cup of coffee because he really has to think about what he's going to say when they get there to explain the dragon and Planeswalkers.
Poor
And-
Tiedrix.
And to explain that he's also a planeswalker now.
Shush.
Okay, the man's
So-
mind can only take so much at once. Blue Major, no. Malgarian, a disguise? Perhaps the tavern's common room is not the proper place for such ventures, but
Yeah. He's gonna stand up and he's gonna start walking towards the stairs to head up to wherever Agvis's room was.
Agvis is going to stand up with her 4th cup of coffee that is still piping hot, and I guess follow the dragon back up to her room? Isn't that a little bit backwards?
Why?
You're taking her back. He's taking her back to her room.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do, which isn't much.
Well, to be fair, her room is where Vidus is, isn't it?
Yes. I'm out of character being a complete and total smartass.
Oh, okay.
And for once your head isn't in the gutter, which is curious. But carry on.
I've just spent the last few minutes trying to track 3 conversations, so...
Fair.
Because
Carry on.
pretty much Cassie walked in and just started talking.
He's ill. He's ill. Someone check his forehead for fever.
Right? Something's not right here. An illusion, what are you hiding?
Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and roll the creation with the advantage 2 from the plane. And he's trying to pretty much create permanent, non-living, yada yada, clothing, whatever the fuck. Which is, I believe, a difficulty 21.
Well.
So, I'd like to point out that 2 d6s there exploded and rolled 5s.
Nice.
So, she has, like, really super good duds.
Did we just make clothes?
I'm assuming he was also just, like, trying to make whatever she would need to potentially pass off as human in her.
She's too tall to pass off as
face.
well. Yeah, she's too tall to pass off as a female human.
I can't do anything with creation magic to fix that. So he would have made her a disguise.
I will continue to consider what kind of disguise she is wearing.
She could just look like a stooped crone.
That's strangely fitting. I'll accept it.
Because the only alternative is I could roll his score 4 alteration and flat out just shapeshift her into something else.
That's kind of what I was hoping was going to happen. But save that for Vidus. Akvis is a hunched crone. Let's shapeshift Vidus.
Okay, because I would have to sustain the transformation. So I can only do that to one of you anyway.
So Vidus is curled up on the bed with a bone. Still no idea where it came from. And he looks up. Go ahead, sorry.
The disguise for Akvis really only needs to happen until Tiedrix can explain that, oh, you're all Planeswalkers, so you're not from this place.
So the first thing that Malgarian's going to do is he's going to use creation to boost himself.
Yeah? You sure you need creation to boost yourself?
My alteration is way
creation.
lower rank.
Yeah. You're good.
So, boons. I want to double check this because I don't really remember. What was it called? Bolster, not boost. Whatever. So I'm aiming it for advantage 3, which is a difficulty 20. Wow, I fucked that up.
Can I blow a legend point on his roll?
No, he can blow a legend point on his roll.
Yeah, screw it, may as well. So I get to reroll that one then.
In fact, don't even take away a legend point, considering I should have given one out for the good role playing. So, yeah, just reroll.
Okay.
Vidus
Okay, cool.
sits pretty.
So he bolsters himself And now I'm going to roll the alteration for the shapeshift. The new form cannot be a different size than that of the target. Must possess similar physiology to the target. So yeah, we're just gonna. I don't know. Is turning a.
I mean, he's a golden retriever-sized skeletal dragon. Can we make him a wolf? I mean, there's something absolutely hilarious about turning Vidus into a legitimate golden retriever.
I mean,
but
yeah.
Let's make him a wolf.
Okay, so we're making him a wolf with advantage 3.
Oh, fuck.
Well, record that number down, because that's what people have to get for perception to realize that that's not a golden retriever. Sorry, wolf.
Holy.
I rolled a nat 20 and a 19, and then I rolled a 10 on one of my skill dice, and a 7.
Yeah.
So Sarah, do you have that written down?
Yes.
He is the prettiest golden retriever.
He's a wolf.
Oh, wolf, whatever.
Vidus is not a wolf. DC 56.
And you have managed to cleverly conceal the patterning the mana patterns that you use for spellcasting inside the illusion itself. So it's especially hard.
Can I feel his fur?
Yes, it feels real.
It's not, because it is real. It's not an illusion.
I snuggle Vidus.
It's not an illusion. That was an alteration spell. Vidus is a wolf at the moment until I drop that spell.
So, Vidus, to maintain the illusion, or the shapeshift, I'm assuming, has to keep his wings folded against his back.
If he is a wolf, he does not have wings.
Touche. But he still has the anklets that I suppose have probably fallen off when his wings shifted into something else, since they were on his wings.
They're now his collar.
Yes. Vidus floats upwards. His paws paddle ineffectually in the air. Vidus and I will return downstairs with Mulgarian. Akvis a hunched over crone, and Vidus a wolf pressed against her side.
And Josh?
Yes, Matt?
I am sustaining my boost to the alteration skill and the transformation.
Okay, sustain it.
I'm just letting you know.
It is so number 1.
So as soon as Vidus comes down, Tiedrix will love on the dog. Or the wolf, sorry, wolf.
Akvis
Which point,
opens her mouth and raises a finger, and then closes it and tucks her hand back into her pocket.
Mulgarian's gonna lean over next to Tiedrix. That's still the bone dragon.
Yeah, but it's in the shape that I like.
Are you done eating yet?
Yeah.
Vidus's tail thumps Tiedrix's side happily.
Let's see. Oh, Josh, I just got the notification that we're streaming.
Oh, goody.
We've been live.
I got it when we started.
Yep.
Yeah, I figured it was probably the fact that I've been roaming for the last 2 weeks.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, the plan we're on, there's no negatives to it. It's just obnoxious and crappy connection. Anyway.
Is that my cue to take over the narrative?
Yep.
Yeah, because I don't think there's really anything, unless we end up needing to pick something up before we leave, which I can't imagine we do, unless somebody wants to grab some sort of supplies.
Eh.
I don't think that there's anything that I need to cast while we're still here while I have the creation boon. Because everybody's fully healed.
Okay.
Oh, I got it. Tiedrix,
Yes.
what is the climate like where we're going?
Temperate. I mean, it's cooler than here. Think of a tropical island.
So, not just like Muruganda.
Actually, it's a lot like Margonda.
Hmm.
At least Rilaru is. There are forests and deserts and all that, but Rilaru is a tropical area.
What you think?
Okay. Oh, I was gonna be a butt and be like, since I've got advantage too, I'm just gonna cast sustenance and pretty much protect anybody from like as it says, power level 3. Target is unaffected by a chosen type of any form of hostile. Target is unaffected by a chosen type of hostile climate. Heat, cold, radiation, whatever. But I was like, never mind. It's not worth it. Moving on. So, I guess lead the way, Tiedrix.
Okay, so on to Jarhadan.
From the dining hall, because what do we care?
We're leaving.
We're definitely never coming back here.
Wait, are we gonna planeswalk out of the bar?
That depends. Is Tiedrix planeswalking out of the bar?
No.
Because he has to go first.
That is true. He does, so the rest can follow him.
No. Because there's that whole bounty thing that's still out for
Planeswalkers.
planeswalkers. So let's go out. Not as far as where we came in, but we'll go far enough out to where there's nobody, so we can just walk away.
Mm-hmm.
So you're seen leaving the city entirely?
Yes.
Okay. This is easy and simple. So, you all walk away. The desert fading away from around you, being replaced with the multicolored brightness that is the sea of ether in the blind. Tiedrix is easy enough to follow through the mire. However, mid-transport, you feel something. Something in your spark.
Oh.
A sense of wrong. About you, you feel the very blind eternities convulse and visually see a ripple in reality essentially pass through you, distorting vision and making your heads just ache. You feel your courses do not alter. You are still on path to Jarhadan. But the universe becomes more bright, all-consuming, and then you feel sand beneath you once more. For a moment, you swear that maybe you've been rebuffed back to Alkaba, but no. The bird cry that rings in your ears, different. Seabirds. You smell salt and surf, can hear the waves crashing. And the shouts of men.
Manly men?
Manly men. Manly men who are inclined to talk in a Scottish accent. I cannot do.
Oh, hi. What you want, mate?
Oh, what the bloody hell do we got going on down here?
I don't think... Motherfuck. Carry
Did you
on.
just go southern?
Shut up.
She just went
Shut
southern.
up. I spent all my life getting rid of that.
I'm gonna throw Marcus and Ching a little further away from the. Considering their players are still not here, I'll keep them out of the way.
Why is it
What
I
I
can't
missed.
go Irish when I want to, but I can go Southern?
Because fuck you, that's why.
Evidently. Carry on.
Welcome back, Emily.
Thanks. What did I miss?
We made fun of Tiedrix some more. Vidus is now a wolf.
He's a glorious golden pelted wolf.
Is it?
One that-
Here.
Wait,
I don't
what?
know. No, he's just a wolf-sized wolf. He's a red wolf. New headcanon. Vidus is a red
Okay.
wolf.
Vidus is a red wolf, and we've got Akvis disguised up as a hunched over crone, and we just planeswalked off to Tiedrix's bunghole of a plane.
Also, Vidus is currently Tiedrix's favorite party member.
Vidus planeswalked with Tiedrix instead of with Akvis,
Rude.
and is currently leaning against Tiedrix's side.
Rude. Vidus of the bone, boning his leg.
Okay, all you have to do to get Vidus's love is like compliment his fashion sense. Let's be honest.
What? You tell me to keep it down?
Thank you, Frank. And there was one more important thing that happened that we didn't mention. Go ahead, Matt.
Something's not right here.
Oh, yeah, and all our mana is screwed up, so you have a mild
Basically,
jankiness in your head.
yeah. Basically, when in mid-transit, Ripple went through the entirety of the Blind Eternities, making you all feel very wrong, very not right at all, and very concernicus. Enough that it almost made you pass out, and then you arrived on Real.
Does Vidus feel any different to me?
No, everything feels fine now. To continue with the description, as you kind of ease up off the ground, because you all ended up prone from the unusualness, looking out to the water, you see islands in the distance. Islands with smoke rising from them, and ships coming towards this beach.
So you were also mentioning something about needing to be able to do the Scottish accent that you can't do. So what was exactly being yelled there?
Oh, I don't know.
No. I'm talking about Josh.
Oh, okay.
Josh
Like-
complaining about accents for once.
Continuing then, fine. Not going to even try the accent.
Please try it once.
No,
You-
not with my nose all congested like this. Not a
that
chance.
might
I
make
can't
it
do any.
better.
No,
It's the Scottish accent.
no.
You'll attempt my Chiss's full name, but not a Scottish accent.
Nope.
To be fair, he wasn't sick when he tried to pronounce Uchis's full name.
True.
Instead, he was pulling off his bat voice.
The back voice.
That was terrible. You should do it again.
It was adorable. I don't know what you're talking about.
Cactus bat talks like this. No, I'm kidding. Okay, back to character. This train is back on the tracks.
It was never on the track.
Not with Fizzle around. All men, hold the line. Make ready. And G3 Feeks, get the fucking do whatever you want.
Vidus
And
barks.
then- And then he seems to notice that there's people on the beach.
I'm
What are the
pulling,
civs doing on the beach?
I'm pulling out the my whip.
The whip is out.
He just whipped it out on the beach in
Yep.
front of everybody.
Yep, let me just whip this out.
Bulgarian's going to look over at the dwarf, ignore him, look over at Tiedrix, point at the boats. I'm assuming these are part of the problem.
Josh, looking out at the boats, are they carrying the emblem of Jumeirah?
They are indeed.
Yep, that would be the problem.
Cool. So, Josh, may I just spend a free action right then and there?
You may take an action.
That needs to be about a little bit bigger.
Oh no!
They're so cute.
A 3x4, if you would, please.
What did you not understand about let me smooth things over first?
Thank you, Josh. And then he's taking wing.
Motherfucker.
As you take wing, you see two small. What were they called? The boats that run on the beach and disgorge troop. What are they?
Transports, triremes.
Yes. Transports, yes. And you notice they aren't actually boats. They skim over the water on wings. They fly.
As in flapping wings or just like fins?
Like fins and some form of air bladder.
Okay. So, alright, so just as far as trying to further make sure that like we all are on the same boat for the scene. So there's transport, you said 2 transports coming towards the beach.
Yep.
Okay. But there's boats further out.
Many boats.
Okay. Are those boats also coming straight towards the beach?
Yes.
Alright. How are the transports further ahead than the other boats?
Because they fly.
Yes, how much so they are further ahead, but by how much?
A distance, I'd say, like fourth wall breaky, about 4 turns.
Okay.
Fourth wall breaky. Goodbye, fourth wall.
The boats that are further back, do they look like they're simply bigger transports, or are these like coastal bombardment?
They are like galleons.
Coastal bombardment, got it. So pretty much Malgarian's gonna say he's as he's taking wing and you know the wing beats are getting him up into the air, he's gonna look to the others and say, I'll strafe one of the closer ones and I will go buy time from the other ships. And then he's gonna fly off.
Okay.
That said, I'll be right back.
There was a plan. There was definitely a plan, right?
War ruins all plans, Tiedrix. War ruins all plans. So, I'm gonna need some initiatives.
Am I sharing initiative or rolling separately
Share.
for Akvis? And
Share it with Minus.
can
Yes.
I take the higher of the 2?
Dang it, I forgot to. So, wait, hang on.
Actually, they might be the same. Yeah, they're the
Oh,
same.
was I supposed to click on my little token before I rolled initiative?
Yes, because then it adds it automatically to the turn.
Ooh. I'll be down here at the bottom of initiative, as always.
It says I didn't have a valid token.
It's okay, I got you. So, let me also roll for these.
I'm returned.
I'm just rolling. We are rolling initiative.
Oh, good.
Remember to click on your token before you do it, so that it automatically adds to the turn order.
I'll remember for next time.
I should have reminded you.
Oh, jeez.
Still better than mine.
I'm going to have all the minor dwarf mercenaries rock on the same turn. Because they're technically a unit.
Dwarves.
Dwarves.
They are dwarves.
You got
Yeah,
a problem
no.
with that, Jimmy?
No.
Tiedrix probably does.
Well, we've established Tiedrix is an asshole.
But he likes dogs. How bad can he really be?
He doesn't like dwarves.
But he likes Vaduz now.
Actually,
But dwarves.
the dwarves are minorly tolerated because they have trade treaties with some of the Rilaru colonies.
Vaduz shoves his hand under Tiedrix's palm.
Who do we lose?
Is Vaduz going to be staying a wolf?
Vaduz is still a wolf.
Oh,
No, but I mean, is he going to be staying a wolf after this? That would be so amazing.
I'll make sure to find you a wolf, Jimmy. Josh, I know what's happening next.
You have to remember,
good.
Tiedrix's role on this was a leash master. He loves he's a beast tamer. So naturally, he
He's
loves
into
all
the
animals.
kinky shit. He likes collars and leashes, and
Baby.
which is funny because Jimmy's the biggest prude here at the game.
Oh my god, am I?
Clearly, that's me. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know. That Star Wars game was getting way too over the line for me.
You started it.
Okay.
Sorry, Josh.
It's okay. The boats land and disgorge troops.
Oh, so they were in the process of landing.
These two, at least. There are more further out that Malgarian construct.
Okay.
What they disgorge is this. For those, a man in a black robe and 4, well, for lack of a better word, they're ghosts. Angry, screaming ghosts.
Are we under initiative, or can I roll an entropy check on them?
Sure you can. This would be a knowledge.
Knowledge or entropy?
Knowledge.
So, learning?
Or
logic? Or perception? I don't have a knowledge
Learning.
check, Josh.
learning would be recall facts about history, arcane magic, the natural world, any blah 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 blah.
Hey Josh, can I roll to see if I know anything about that?
Sure.
There you go, Josh.
Nope. Apparently, Tiedrix was just not on the border long enough to understand what these things are.
For all you know, they're new.
Hooray! Well, I mean, I'm sure I know what ghosts are, but I was wondering more about the guy in black.
And I will say this: this is like a large battle. So each one of those ghost units actually represents 4 ghosts, but I'm going to count them all on one character sheet because
Because large scale combat is a bitch.
exactly.
Oh no.
So give me just 2 more rolls, and we'll get this shit started. It's numerically ascending order, right?
Yeah. No, what the hell?
You want
Nope.
descending.
Hey, Josh,
Okay.
is this one of the bad guys?
Which one?
The one to the south.
Nope.
Okay.
You'll see what she is like in a minute.
No, I was just wondering.
I guess to be specific, Tiedrix at this point does not know, but she's up in a watchtower on the beach.
Okay. No, that's fine. I was just wondering if that was part of the invasion as well.
No, she did not
Okay.
come out. She was already there. So, to answer your question, Actus knows that those ghosts are poltergeists. But they're also odd, because poltergeists are normally not visible. They tend to invisibly throw things around and scream a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But these look like women in robes that are shackled and, though wailing, completely solid. They are unusually solid for ghosts. Also, in a bit of familiarity, they radiate white entropic aura.
Of course they do.
Oh,
Are
Josh,
they
I did
actually
wanna-
undead?
They are undead.
Okay. That's all that I care about. Go ahead, Jimmy. Sorry.
For clarification, when you were mentioning the ether speed bump,
Uh-huh.
is that something Tiedrix encountered before or no?
None of you have encountered anything like that.
Okay, I just wanted to know if it was part of the plane or if this was an all new thing. Sorry, I didn't mean to go back that far.
It's okay. I understand. So, music, and we'll start with Tiedrix.
I honestly can't believe I won the initiative.
First time for everything.
Okay, let's hope I don't Darby this. Ah. You know what?
Can you turn it down a little bit, Josh? Thank you.
Better?
Yes.
I'm gonna attack that one with the lightning bolt.
Okay.
Hmm. If I keep rolling like this, I might as well start making that backup character now.
No, you do not seem to damage the poltergeists.
Damn it. Okay, can I, just as a bonus action, can I just activate the whip?
Sure.
Okay.
Fizzle.
I'm gonna tap all my mountains and cast Fireball.
Tap those mountains, cast that fireball. Do you want to try and hit the whole group?
Oh.
Oh my god.
Sure.
It would only be disadvantage 2 on the roll.
I don't know what that means, but alright.
It means when you hit the button to roll, when it comes up with advantage or disadvantage, you put in 2, and then on the second thing you say disadvantage.
Feels like I'm in a Final Fantasy fight. I know it's
Close,
not
this is
same
an
music.
anime.
Energy 10. That song was far too long. Slow. Or not slow, short. Short.
Can't you set it to repeat?
I think I can.
You can.
We'll do this one and then go back to it.
This is Final Fantasy, right?
Got him wing. Fortunately, no, the fireball cascades over and does not seem to harm any of the poltergeists, which shield for the necromancer. Okay. So this gentleman. You hear the sounds of someone's feet, Akvis, running from behind.
Okay.
He sleeps between the space between you and Vidus.
Mm-hmm.
He's a man without a shirt, white hair, an eye patch, and a big old sword.
Is that sword aimed at me?
Nope.
Okay. Is it aimed at Vidus?
Nope.
Okay.
He did move 20 just barely, right? He smashes his sword into the ground, falling to his knees, smashing his and digging 5 fingers into. You feel a pull on white mana as he forms and calls out the name of his spell as Upheaval.
Okay.
Well, that's good. Let's see here. It doesn't seem to affect the poltergeists, but the ground beneath the necromancer, literally as he said for it to, upheaves, throwing the man off. He's been affected by knockdown. My back. Okay. And now that he's in the midst of you, you all feel it. That little tingle that says, hey, there's more planes. That moves it to the next guy's turn.
There's another Planeswalker?
Yeah.
Oh no.
And of course, he now knows what we are.
Well, he at least knows that there is a planeswalker.
Heavy footfalls follow the next man, who takes a spot next to Vidus. This man is obviously not from this plane. For, I don't know if you got to look at his token. He's a Rox.
Like, are you talking about the dude from, like... Oh, Rhino Man.
The Rhino
Got it.
people.
Okay. Because my thought was, yeah, I tried to do a revolution, but didn't print out enough pamphlets.
Yeah, we just flashed all the way back to the 80s, and it's Rocksteady.
Oh, god damn it.
He actually seems to be unlike his companion, actually calls out to all of you, "What are you all doing here?"
Fucking shit up. No, I'm flying off.
And he will end his move there. Because he's primarily a ground pounder, so he needs to get in melee. Moves to the Necromantic Anchor, who takes his turn to get the hell up. That'll be his movement. And then direct his orb toward. Rip them limb from limb. All the poltergeists turn towards this group. I'll call it that his turn. Free Blades. Captain. Damn, they all move at the same time. Should have shot me 30 feet from the dude. This dude. I'm on the wrong line. Yeah, draw me out 30 feet towards the beach on those guys. Okay, they are marching down the. That takes us to Sika. Awesome. So she attacks the nearest poltergeist to her, throwing a massive lightning bolt from the top of the tower and damages it. And it's Bulgarian's turn.
Okay, so since Malgarian has a bit of distance to cover before he can mess some stuff up, he's dropping the boost that he had, and as he's flying, he's going to recast Creation to bolster his might.
Okay.
And given that I don't get the 2 free advantages, what was the difficulties on that again? I'm gonna aim at advantage 2, which is going to be at difficulty 18.
You got it.
Do I get to upgrade it to advantage 3, since that one would be a difficulty of 20?
Yes.
Cool. So I'm rolling a rank 4 might with advantage 3, plus or minus whatever I would get from dragon sized.
Dragon size, give yourself advantage. Well, you're smashing one guy.
No, I'm flying off to go lightning blast the boats.
Got it. So we're gonna move your token over there somewhere. Yeah. Give yourself advantage 1 for aerial combat against boats that don't really have anti-air.
Okay.
Why build them with anti-air when we're the only nation with aerial capabilities?
Well, and as Jimmy said, they don't have dragons on this plane. You don't really exactly get giant flying lizards that breathe lightning.
No.
Malgarian, also from your viewpoint, you can see that this is the combat that's happening is happening all along the beach for maybe about 2 miles.
Okay. So that mean, do I see anything to contend with the Galleon coastal bombardment that's coming on the shore?
Yes, there are watchtowers scouting the coast. Some of them are armed with large creatures that have projectiles to throw, large, black powder. I don't know if Tiedrix or Jimmy.
Yeah.
Does Roralo have black powder?
I don't know.
Or is that like not in their tech range right now? Because if not, we could just do catapults and big rocks.
Stone giants.
I don't think it's in Rularu's, but it might be in either the dwarves or the elves.
Okay. So yeah, you see a couple of cannons up on the ridge. Most of the watchtowers have catapults, and some of them have those large titanic creatures that you've seen Tiedrix summon, like the large Yeti-like creature, who literally are like hefting large steel balls in two hands, ready to throw.
Okay. So they do at least have some way of trying to contend with galleons, but I'm going to go thin those out.
Okay. You also notice as down the beach, there are mostly humans. It is 99% humans, but there's a few non-human forces scattered. But they don't look to be of the same ken as the humans at all. They are a little shabbier in armor, maybe mercenaries.
I'd like to state out of character that Malgarian's getting a little bit of a tingle of nostalgia for his home. It's like, oh look, they gathered the barbarian tribes. Oh, mercenaries. Well, maybe. I don't know. This reminds me of the last war I engineered to keep the human population under control.
So, and that moves us to Axpis's turn. Sorry for the delay.
All good. So Vidus is going to... Let's see, what is Vidus's movement?
What's a wolf's movement?
What is a wolf's movement? Josh,
Well,
is a wolf's movement more than 30 feet? Can I
I'd say it's probably
45?
about 40. Yeah,
But
I'd say it's about 40.
The Deuce also has the fly still.
Yes,
What
you
is
can move it
Medusa's-
60. 60.
Alright,
He just runs as an especially fast wolf.
Vidus is going to lift off into the air. He's going to take a running leap up into the air via his winged collar and soar all the way across the beach. It's right there. Did we decide if his entropy breath weapon could be a breath weapon, like a cone?
It can be for disadvantage 1.
Okay. So he's gonna chill right here and cast his breath weapon in a cone towards all of these things. And note that he is still a wolf, and he is going to breathe entropic energy at disadvantage
Far from the weirdest thing these people are going to see today.
I'm gonna blow a legend point.
Blew one of Vidus's legend points.
Right? Can Tiedrix sick Vidus? Much better.
Much better, indeed. Give me a moment to just calculate. I'm just stealing your legend point.
Steal it. I give it willingly. He's not a gecko. He's a wolf that breathes death
he's
magic.
not-
Yeah, I mean, that isn't unusual at all.
About himself.
Okay, 6 points of damage. Where's my character sheet for that necromantic ink?
Yeah.
Game, I need it.
So, while you're doing that, Akvis throws her cowl back and draws her scythe from her back and stands up straight and points with her scythe as Vidus leaps into the air, and he still does the like paw paddling thing that dogs do when they're held above water. Because he's only so clever. But he soars through the air and lands and just breathes entropic fog over this group.
I forgot to how to do double-digit numbers on a token. Because that bottom one would technically have 12.
Wait, who's... Hold on now.
Better idea. There we go. Tracking damage.
And then Akvis will... Where is my scythe info? So I can't attack the thing in the middle of the ghosts.
You can.
I can? Are you sure you want to let me do that?
Yes.
Okay.
Go for
Don't
it.
argue.
I'm
Just
going to
fuck 'em up.
step forward. Let me count that one out. I'm pretty sure that's shit. But I have reach, so this is fine. So remember that scythe we made, Josh? Yeah, it's coming into play for the
Yes.
first time.
You mean the one that if you beat them by their defense by 10 or more, you can automatically kill them? Yes, I remember.
5 or more on any attack, damaging attack.
Oh my. Well,
Bane focus death.
right.
Oh no.
Here goes Akvis just insta-giving the enemy army.
When it works, it really works.
You get a headstone, and you get a headstone.
Oh, the Oprah of death.
We're gonna blow a legend point there too, because I have like 4 of them. 3? Do I have 3 or 4?
Why are you rolling entropy for a physical attack?
It's a very good question.
Yeah, it'd be like might or something. Might of 12?
Still gonna blow a legend point there.
Okay, so 2 legend points down.
Wait,
She had to spend one on the entropy roll that doesn't count.
Right. No, you're right. Thank you. Go for it.
never mind.
Oh,
We're
no.
keeping the 12.
Okay.
Someone remind me to put points into might next time I get experience. This is awkward.
Sarah, hit things harder.
I'm hitting it as hard as I can, Captain.
Thank you,
All
Josh.
right. So the necromancer down the beach. He's gonna march his. Must try to not grab the dude. Down the beach. By the way, Vidus gets an attack of opportunity for them moving past it.
Okay. Vidus is going to use his claws, I guess.
Horrible dog breath.
Yeah, his horrible dog breath. Can I use my entropy attack as an attack of opportunity here?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
And once again, Vidus is more useful than Akvis.
More consistent. Doesn't mean less useful. Or more
True.
useful.
True. We saw what happened with the Ghoulems.
The Necromantic Anchor is going to attempt a summon, pulling white mana to itself. It fails in its attempt. Does not pull enough white mana from Jumarad to succeed. Back to Tiedrix.
Okay.
By the way, if the song gets grating or you want me to switch it to something else, just tell.
I'm trying to. How close do I need to be to use my whip as an attack weapon?
I believe you need it's a reach, so within I think it's an extra 5 feet. So you can attack from 5 feet.
So I can stand right there and attack that.
Yes.
Okay. And it's agility for the whip, right?
Let me see. I think we did something special when we built your whip. Let me just quickly check. Yes, it's agility based.
Okay. And since I'm going for damage, I get 1 advantage. Not 10. 1. It doesn't do that much damage. If it does any at all. Did we just lose Josh?
Dallin again.
I'm just asking if Josh isn't in the Roll20 page.
Yeah, Josh just DC'd from Roll20.
Oh. Well, the Bing on Discord was Dallin.
Oh, okay.
I better kick this cord out again.
I'm back.
You kick your cord out from the computer?
No, I've just been having internet troubles all day.
Oh, okay.
Same.
So can't help but think it might be the wireless card, which would suck because that means I need to get a new computer. Alright, I'm back, and it would be Fizzle's turn. Oh, I know, it didn't record what I did. Tiedrix, you harmed the poltergeist.
Oh, good. Hey Josh, how do you get that red dot with the number?
Oh,
So when you click on your token, there's a gear to the lower left and then a little circle thingy. Click on the circle, mouse over whichever icon you're wanting to put, and then you can go 1 through 9 by just, while you have the mouse over it, just push the button.
Oh,
I'm using it as an informal health tracker because I don't want to throw things in the circles.
No, no, I was just wondering how you got it. Sorry.
It's all cool. So Fizzle, what are you gonna do?
Fireball.
You know, Fizzle. Ooh. It would be
Would you
great
like
if they
to-
were all covered in glitter. But go ahead, sorry.
You can roll, throw a reroll.
I guess.
You do have 4 fate points, or legend points, plenty to use that with.
Sure, why not?
Okay, cool. This time the fire catches. They all begin to burn. Ship behind them also on fire. There's a good fire. Fire!
Excellent.
So that moves it to Mr. Whitehair Animal Boy's turn. And now I have to open up every character sheet again because hey.
Because you closed them instead of double clicking.
No, because I had to reload the tab.
Oh, right.
Okay. That's some damage. Sorry, I'm just looking for something real quick. He brings that great sword up in a massive cleave and slices the solidified Peltergeist nearly in two. He grunts and acts.
What is he
Fair weather,
grunting?
traveler.
Fair weather.
Fair weather.
Fair weather indeed, my friend. Fuck, I went Irish. I'm not drunk enough for this.
If you were more drunk, you'd be definitely more Irish.
It's a school night, I'm not drunk at all.
The Rhino Man, the rocks charges down. Having overheard the white-haired man's little barb, goes, "Stop flirting! Kill the one in the middle." Proceeds to punch a ghost.
Hashtag only in D&D.
Only in D&D. Alright, so our necromantic angler here is going to command the his ghosts to do some Hey, Actus.
Yes. Fuck you,
Before
Jimmy.
we go-
It's method acting, okay? She's disguised as a crone. Everyone else is Irish and Scottish. It seems like a good idea.
Well, you said she was disguised as a crone, and then she stood up to her full height and then took her
It's fine.
hood off.
The disguise doesn't matter anymore. There's fighting to be done.
So, Actus, what's your defense?
My guard is 17.
Okay, so that does not. You feel an intent, like a invisible force lash out and smash into your chest, but you miss.
There shall be none of that nonsense here.
The two ghosts to the back are also going to make a movement. You see the burning boat in the behind them begin to quake in the water, but it does not move. That leaves just the one that's going to try and hit Leonhard, sorry. Oof. Dude actually takes some damage. You see him get slapped across the face with like a whip made out of sand. That's his. The free blades move forward. They're dwarves. They have stumpy legs. They don't move as fast. I moved them. Did I move them too far? I think I might have moved them.
What's their intended movement speed?
30.
Then you're right where you need to be.
Cool. We moved to Maryland. She calls down from her tower. Oi there! None of that nonsense! As you see a massive ball of lightning begin to form above the... Oof. Alright, she doesn't actually get that off right now. Bulgarian's turn. You're gonna try and blow up a boat?
Am I within range to blow up a boat?
You will be shortly.
So, okay, so yes or no for this turn? Because while he's flying out there.
Yes, we'll say yes.
Okay. So, the one thing I wanted to just double check on is I can do an attack and try and inflict a bane, or is it one or the other?
You can do an attack, and if the attack succeeds by 10 or more, you can inflict a bane for free.
Got it. Okay. So I'm rolling my might for his breath weapon as he's skimming the water at about. Oh, whoops, sorry. So as he's flying out there, he's definitely overhead, trying to be as much of a presence as he can, and then he's going to swoop down and pretty much strafe the hull of the boat, trying to aim for either like where these fins are, or just trying to blow out the bottom of it. Because all of these boats are flying, right?
The transports are flying, the galleons are not.
Oh, perfect. Then I'm just aiming for the waterline.
Okay.
See if I can blow that up.
Okay.
Well, that's disappointing.
You deal some damage. You hear some wood splintering.
I would like to toss a legend point at that because I can roll. I'm
You
pretty
can
sure
roll
I
better?
can roll better than that.
Okay.
Because the D20 came up a 3. I had a D10 that exploded with an additional 1.
Not a problem. Throw your legend point. Much better.
I rolled a 3 again on the 20.
It's fine. Everything is fine. Two of your D10s exploded. This is fine.
Yeah. Anyway. So, I'm sorry, you were saying?
Well, now the rent in the boat's side becomes a much larger rent, as you see certain large smoking holes emerge along the path of the lightning. The timbers burning from within. People begin to shout to try to conduct repairs beneath. But the boat is not sinking yet.
Okay.
We'll go back to Actus the Edge's turn.
Do I get to inflict a bane?
No, you do not.
Okay.
It has a 13 defense.
Oh, it was by 10 or more, not 5?
10 or more, not 5. The only reason Actus gets less is because she has Bane Focus, or whatever it's called.
Yep.
All good. Just wanted to double check. Right.
Let's see. I am going to try and hit it again. Actually, I'm going to... Is the Necromancer undead?
No, he's alive.
Okay, I'm going to try and take control of one of the... Let's do this top right poltergeist.
If you do this, you will suffer a -2 disadvantage because he holds their leash.
I'm just gonna roll an entropy attack against the Necromancer.
Okay. Holy shit!
Have a bane.
I think...
And the Bane is death?
The bane is death. Choose a bane that you can invoke. When your roll on a damaging attack exceeds the target's defense by 5 or more, as opposed to the usual 10, you can inflict this bane for free. Each attack is still only capable of inflicting a single bane. Furthermore, when making a bane attack to inflict your chosen bane, if I were choosing to inflict only the bane, I gain advantage 2 on the bane attack roll. Upon a successful invocation, the target is immediately rendered immobile, unconscious, and unable to take actions. They have disadvantage 5 on all perception rolls, and any damaging attacks against them count as finishing blows. If the target fails 3 resist rolls to shake off this bane, they die. This death is permanent and can only be reversed if the GM allows a special mission, uses a rare technology, or a long-forgotten magic to restore the target to life.
So, why aren't you just saying, I'm just rolling to invoke death?
Because I wanted to hit him too.
Okay.
I deal damage, and then if he's not dead from the damage, he's still cursed. Or death.
He's heavily dead from the damage. Heavily dead from the damage.
The bane is just to be sure.
So
I gather the force of black mana around me and lash out with a crackling lightning bolt of black mana that envelops him in a cloud. The stuff. He did.
as this lightning bolt envelops him and pushes the life from his body, you see the little box that he's been carrying that's shackled the poltergeist fall and shatter. Like it shatters midair, like no longer sustained, it's done. And the shackles around the wrists and ankles of the robed poltergeist women dissolve.
Mm-hmm.
And they just begin to fly erratically about, shrieking and wreaking all forms of havoc before dissolving his.
I have a question.
Yes.
What was his guard?
13.
Not 44.
Yeah, 13. So you dealt 31
31?
points of damage? Yeah. He only has like 26 left.
And Vidus is gonna do a thing now.
Is Vidus also going to trivialize a combat?
No, Vidus can't do that. To be fair, all I did was attack. The Deathbane was just gonna be a bonus.
I would like to remind the jury about the vampire chase.
To be fair, you were the one that bolstered me in the tavern.
Yes.
Vidus is going to fail his breath weapon roll horribly. I'm assuming that 10 doesn't hit anything.
No.
Okay. Vidus is going to fly back over to Akvis now and sit by her side. Flying Wolf, panting, looks very pleased with himself.
Okay.
Hi, Ashy.
Hello.
You two were making out. You both show up at the same time.
I noticed that.
It all makes sense now.
And they were both sleeping. You could almost say that you were sleeping
Together.
Is this why you're now astrology gay?
I was just gonna say, I'm gonna get another name change, aren't I?
You're both about to get name changes.
So, welcome to the game, gentlemen. We're in a pitched battle
Oh,
Well,
on a
it
beach.
was pitched until Agnes,
Roll.
Stopped
Pop
rolling
the
like shit.
popped the necromancer, and then the rest of the poltergeist like fucking balloons.
Okay, I didn't pop the poltergeist. All I did was death magic the necromancer. It seemed like a great idea.
Okay, let's just put it this way: the poltergeists were the balloon, the necromancer was the knot. You undid the knot.
With a very, very large sword, effectively.
Yes, you did.
I didn't undo the knot. I cut the knot into like millions of tiny pieces.
You killed it.
How did that explode? My
That looks
d20
like a Gordian
exploded
knot.
to a 16.
Yes.
And then neither of my d6s did. That's almost disappointing. Continue.
So,
That's
Tiedrix,
my
it's your turn. See a
I
couple
am-
transports coming in on the distance.
Well, my whip isn't doing too great. Maybe if I summon the big guy, I might be able to do something. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna summon him.
Okay.
So there's one thing, like just in we're getting back to the oh, that's loud.
I
That's
like
pretty
it, but
loud.
it's loud.
Yeah,
Much
Sorry.
all good. So what I was gonna say is I think we did miss an opportunity here though, Josh.
What was the opportunity?
An explosion of 44 and an insta-gibbing of half of the enemy team, and we did not play Akvis's theme song.
Wait, I have a theme song?
You never came up with a theme song.
What's
Oh,
my
you were
theme
supposed
song?
to have a
Wait,
theme song.
I was?
You were supposed to like send Josh a thing. Like everybody was supposed to. It's like, hey, what's your character's theme song?
I still haven't found Matt's on Fanverse.
I'll have to think of mine. But
And mine doesn't exist.
Josh, you said to summon the power 8 creature I needed 21, right?
Right?
Okay, so I summon my big guy.
But you rolled influence for it.
That is what I rolled.
Does influence summon?
It's
Not
the
normal.
Create
Oh,
illusory
yes.
figments, yeah.
It's making like a solidified illusion. Okay.
Yeah, it's essentially a clone. It's not a like creating an actual one of the beasts.
And I remember you sent me a picture for it, and I didn't get it.
If I remember right, last time we just used Furret.
Yeah, we just used for last time, but Jamie sent me images at this point for the things, and I didn't grab them for the thing.
Here, hang on. I'll resend it.
I haven't cut them out for tokens yet.
Oh, shoot.
Because I was being lazy and also playing Monster Hunter.
And dying.
Dying.
Do you just want to use the picture for now? Because it's a 2 square by, it's 10 feet by 10 feet.
Okay. And you're doing the power 8, you said?
Yes.
Alright. You want the centaur looking one, right?
No, the kind of bluish hulky looking one.
Okay. I wonder if the Trojan will let me do this.
Josh, while you're looking through that, should we have Gladius and Ashy roll initiatives?
Yes, please. Please select your tokens before rolling so it get added to the initiative.
Okay. There's something wrong with my token.
In what regard?
Well, for one thing, it just flew away. But the other thing is, oh, there he went.
I moved him.
If I, oh, well, it's not happening now. Sometimes if I click on the bottom left corner of it, it says fizzle, and I can't control it.
Weird.
So I don't know what's going on there.
I don't know. I can't get it to do that.
Yeah, it's gone now.
The game really wants you to play Fizzle.
That's not my job. I don't want to do that's not my job.
We should just make him play the Saliva Mancer and just be done with it.
Let's not do that.
Josh, I'm an idiot.
Why are you an idiot?
Vidus is supposed to have advantage 1 on all entropy rolls he makes, or it's entropy attack rolls he makes.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because that's what I spend his feat points on since he can fly. Oh, well.
Oh, that's great.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
So you said 10 by 10?
Yeah. Technically, power level 8's like 30 by 30, but I don't need to make that something that.
There you go, Tiedrix.
I don't know his name.
You have summoned the thing. I take it that's your turn?
Can I moving down this? Do I see that down there? The poltergeist?
Yes, you do.
Can I just move my movement down that way?
Certainly you can.
Okay. And then I need to open up the Tiedrix screen.
Why not? Let's do this one next. How many copyright claims can I get? Let's find out.
How many copies could a copyright write if a copyright could write copies?
A truly excellent question. Okay, so Tiedrix's turn is done.
Yeah. Hey, Josh, could you enable it so I can move my beast?
You got it. Can you control it now?
Okay. Yep. Thank you.
No problem. Fizzles up.
Can I blast this jerk?
No, no fireball, just shooting him straight.
No, fireball. Just, you know. Can I blast this jerk?
Yes, you can blast that jerk. I was more just asking if you're going to do an area attack or just shoot him directly.
Oh, we're doing another, I guess.
Nicely done. That'd be 9 points of damage to everything? Or just to him? Yeah, just to him. His robes catch fire, and he burns quite hot.
It would take the pixie to make one of these guys hot.
Oh, stamp.
Boom.
Lion Man runs into the surf. Okay. Plunges his hand into the water, rocks another. Oh, I'm not going to be able to do this in a straight line, can I? Oh, yes, I can. Okay. That is a wall of ice.
Cool.
big old rhino man runs over to the boat that's still on fire. Yeah, you guys can have this.
You guys can have what?
You can have this back. Really? Huh. He throws it up, and it crashes on top of the ice wall to burn and smolder. You'd think with a rank 5 might he'd do more. But no.
I mean, you'd think with a rank 2 might I would have been able to hit something with a scythe, too. We've seen how well the might worlds work.
The dwarf captain shouts out, "Men into defensive position!" Though I'm not quite sure even why we're here.
That's okay. Tiedrix is wondering why they're there too.
Oops. I stole a Marcus.
Yay. Marcus gets to move for free. Woo!
Let's try this again. That big ball of lightning still floating above the thing. Okay, that's enough to do damage. She drops it on them. I want to know why this group is turning out so hard to kill. But, Bulgarian.
I blow up. Okay, so has that boat at least been gimped? The one that I shot the first time.
Not gimped, not yet.
So it's not the hole in the boat at water level is not really slowing it down any.
No, it has not slowed down. You hear the sounds like people moving to try and repair holes, but no, it's not.
So that one will still make it to shore.
Yes.
Or at least within bombardment range. Alright, well then I guess I'm... Well... Okay, so he since, you know, he has to maintain forward momentum to fly. Actually, it doesn't say that I have to. Whatever. He's not going to hold still and get shot with cannons. So he's going to... So the last turn, he swooped down, blasted, and then swooped back up. And now he's going to do the same thing after doing a quick hairpin and then coming back down. And this time he's going to shoot inside. And he doesn't know that they don't have black powder, but he's hoping he's going to hit something.
Okay. Remember your disadvantage one for being a fucking...
Disadvantage?
Advantage, sorry.
Okay. I wanted to clarify. Really? How many legend points do I still have? Because we can't see the other screen.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
There should be a place on the screen there you can record this. Or on your character sheet where you can record this.
Yeah, it reset it back to 0 for some reason, so I don't know how many I'm supposed to have.
You have 2 left.
Okay. Put that in there. Screw it. Yeah, I'll drop 1 to try and do more damage to the boat. Come on, you're rolling a d10. You have advantage 4. Stop fucking up. There we go.
Nicely done. 9 more points of damage to the boat. Now the boat looks fairly damaged. Like they are taking on water, and while they maintain their forward momentum,
Do I get to inflict a bane?
it was 9, right? 9 points just ran.
You said that their defense was 13 last time.
13. And you need 10 or more to inflict a bane for free, correct?
Yes. So since I beat it by 11...
No, it's by 11. Shit, sorry. Yeah,
All good.
then you get to inflict a bane for free.
Would knockdown work?
Knockdown or immobilized, yeah.
I would like to use knockdown on the boat.
The boat collapses onto its side.
Cool. He's now going to be as he finishes his swoop and he starts getting altitude again, he's going to be looking for whichever boat is the closest to getting into a firing position. And that's his next target.
To the east, then. Now then just quickly switch to the GM layer and click on one of these galleons and hit delete. Okay.
Cool.
Actus, your turn.
Alright, I am going to... Let's see, with my non-existent movement speed. I'm gonna move down here with Tiedrix and Fizzle. And then Vidus is going to attempt his breath weapon again, and this time I know that I have advantage 1 there, so I have no disadvantage or advantage, correct?
No, not if you're doing your cone again.
I'm doing my cone again.
Okay. No advantage or disadvantage. Okay. It's 5 to all of them. And I think that might kill the Necromancer. Hang on.
Whoops.
It's okay, that's the intention. Oh no, he has 32 hit points. Shit. Okay.
Damn.
Somebody was min-maxing.
Me? Never.
No, I was talking about the Necromancer.
That's just gonna have to do for that. Okay. Marcus, your go.
Yay. Got to double check. Yeah, 30. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And since I don't really have anything else I can do, I'm going to try to pin that Necromancer with an Immobilize using Conjuration at range by summoning Vines from the ground.
Okay.
And I have... yeah, neither of those. A 17.
Okay. Let's see, what's immobilize?
Let's see here. Resist ends, special...
power level?
The real questions.
It only allows a power level 1.
Okay. It's one of those simple, easy one things. Okay.
Yeah.
So yes, he is immobilized till he attempts a resist roll.
Yeah. Special when the target effect ends or succeeds at the resist roll, he gets a free move of 15 feet.
Okay. Jing, you're up.
What's up with this big blue guy?
That is Tiedrix's summon. That's his Mist Goliath that he rides around.
It is a rank 8 summon. It is here to fuck bitches and take names.
So it's gonna fight with us?
Yep,
For
it's an
us.
ally.
Yeah, it's
All
an ally.
right. I will help it get around because it looks a bit slow. Let's see here. Haste 4. So that's a DC 14. Or is it 18?
What's the power level?
4.
16.
16?
Yep.
Okay.
You have legend points you can spend.
Yeah, I will.
You have 4 of them.
Okay, there we go.
There you go.
Okay, the Mist Goliath now has haste 4, which means he has 15 feet of extra movement speed and +1 to guard.
Sweet.
Okay.
Jing just kind of touches the small of his back, and very thin, wispy lightning radiates all over its body until then it vanishes.
Okay. So at the head of the turn, that thing bangs on the beach, disgorges. Three individuals in plate mail armor and robes carrying morning. And then I will make it Tiedrix's turn while I roll initiative for those.
The beast goes on my turn, right?
Yes, it does.
Okay. And then he gets another 3 spaces. If he... Oops, I did not mean to do that. Josh, if he moves there, can he attack the Necromancer?
Yes, he's big enough that he'd have reach.
Okay, then he will do so. Just a ground pound.
Okay.
And then... I'm just gonna try and hit this poltergeist with lightning.
All right.
You know, I'll use a legend point. Gonna try one. I'm just gonna keep you up.
Okay. No damage to the group of poltergeists.
Okay, so that's my turn.
Fizzles up.
Fireball.
Fireball. Nice. Hang on. I'm gonna switch the song before it all gets stuck in her head.
It's already stuck.
Yeah, too late.
So are the dwarves and the beastmen allies too?
Oh, the animal guys are planeswalkers, by the way.
Oh, okay. What about the dwarves? Are they with us?
Okay, everybody, yes, both of the beast guys and the dwarves are on our side, as is the lady in the tower to the south. But only the two dudes by that wall of ice with the boat on top of it are also planeswalkers.
Alright.
Yeah.
Well, Lady in the
These
Tower
guys.
might be. You just didn't get close enough to confirm yet. Which, by the way, Tiedrix would definitely be close enough to confirm yet. She also gives that tingle.
So for a plane that hates planeswalkers,
What the hell is happening to my home?
Well, if you notice,
a war.
they all don't look quite native.
Well, to be fair though, he hasn't been focused on the other two because there's no rocks here. So there are cat people, but they're pretty far off.
Josh, can you turn it down a tiny bit again?
Sure.
Okay.
That's the wrong song. I turned down the wrong song. Okay.
That kind of begs the question: is there a right song?
Yes, it's the song that's playing right now.
Okay, is there a left song?
Let the bodies hit the floor.
Left, to the left. Sorry.
Oh, yep, nope,
Yep.
Sarah got it.
Sarah got it.
I forgot this one sounded like. Is there anything even playing?
Yes, I can hear something.
Yes.
Okay, maybe my computer's just like lagging behind. So after Physio fireballs all those things, dealing devastation to all.
That's our fizzle.
This is why I don't want. This is why I don't
That-
want my
that-
desk.
So, splash, splash, and a big sword swing. Okay. Cleaves through that man's armor and leaves the water running red with blood.
Oof.
Other dude. Runner man just charges into him, horn down. Deals significantly less damage, despite the fact of being a much more aggressive attack.
Oh.
Oof.
He is slamming his face into a guy in full plate mail.
He can tend. He's actually here as healer, believe it or not.
Bullshit.
It's just been a very, very one-sided slaughter.
And the dwarves begin to fly in.
Are these battle ragers a la Salvatore? Please say yes.
No, they're just dwarven three blades, is what they're called. Axe-wielding men for hire.
Free blade. I was gonna ask what the third blade was. I'm a mess.
It's me hammer. The hammer is me penis. Come now, you knew it was coming.
Yeah, we all kind of walked into that one.
The dwarves continue to roll like Josh.
The dwarves do continue to roll like Jack.
To be fair, I don't think those shock paladins there are gonna live for very long, regardless.
It's a lot of men.
That's a lot of rolls. Yeah.
Got
Took
4.5
him forever.
guys on him. Doors are short.
8-3.
Dwarves are super short. It's fine.
You always want dwarves as your frontline infantrymen because then everybody else can shoot over their heads.
Okay, hear me out. Dwarves with pikes, followed by elven sharpshooters.
Yeah.
Are you horrified yet?
With human cavalry off to the side because they get bonus feats.
Yeah, but elves on Jar are different. They're not archers. They're the ones with counter spells.
Spellbreaker elves.
So? There you go. Yes.
Okay. Dwarves with tower shields on the front line. Dwarven counterspellers on the back, stopping magic from working.
What could go
Head
wrong?
of the wall.
I'm back again.
Welcome back.
Hello.
So, okay.
We're just
Rolls?
dwarf tactics.
Some decent rolls happened. I just, since it all lagged, I'm not sure from where to whom.
Oops. Well, someone lost their ankles because I see 25 there.
Definitely lost their. All right. Leaving the tower, gonna continue to throw lightning. Noticing how damaged the central necromancer is, throws it at him. continues to be unimpressive. That's a shame, because I statted her out to be just like this growl-ass cannon pound pounder who's just gonna throw tons of lightning everywhere and blow everything up. That's why I put her alone. But no, she's like me the entire time. Bulgarian.
So that other boat that you said was moving into position for bombardment? Gonna
Attack it.
Gonna blow it the fuck up.
Roll it. Nice.
Oh, I did want to ask though. Is the control for the boat on the deck or is it below deck?
It's on the deck.
Can I target that?
Yes.
Cool. It's functionally dead in the water.
Okay, so you're gonna roll that to instead immobilize the boat rather than attack the boat?
No, I'm trying to like the control wheel on the deck.
Uh-huh.
I'm blowing it up with my lightning breath.
Yes, effectively dropping the immobilize attribute on it in a very permanent fashion.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, because I figure it's either that or damage or which. Yeah, so I guess that's probably the best way to do it.
It's the more effective way to do it, considering it's a power level 1 power, and the boat as a construct can't really make the save to get rid of it. So, yeah, at least not without crew help.
Which at that point, like they would have to go manually run the rudder. So, and these are sail ships, right?
Yes, these are sail ships.
Okay, so it's pretty much going to just kind of continue on whatever course it's at.
Yep, so it does.
Okay.
Okay, what else are you gonna do? Motion, attack, so that's your turn.
Yeah, pretty much. His big thing is swoop in, strike, swoop back out of cannon range.
I should have updated the list. I'm sorry, Jing, you should have gone by now. But
right.
we'll get to that at the head of the round. Actus.
Alright, well, what's my entropy range? 60 feet at rank 5? Or
Yes.
60 feet at rank 5? I don't
think
know.
it's 60.
Yeah, I don't know why that number is in my head, but I can go 30 at least, right?
At least, yes.
And I have long shot on entropy attacks, so I can do that anyhow. So I'm going to entropy attack the necromancer to the south.
Are you gonna try and death him too?
We'll see. If I roll more than 5 above his guard, I get it for free. Well, I don't death him. I don't think I do anything to him, do I?
All right.
I didn't do anything there, did I?
So you entropied?
I entropied the necromancer. Can we just talk for a minute about the fact that I rolled a nat 1?
Am I still here? Sorry.
Yes, you're here. I rolled a nat 1 and then my d6 exploded. I don't hit the necromancer, right?
Great, I can't hear anyone.
Oh, rip. Can you hear us now?
Now I can hear you. Okay. So, we go over your turn. What were you rolling specifically?
I ranged entropy with long shot or whatever I needed to do to get the 30-foot range on the necromancer right there. Rolled a 13 to hit. Pretty sure you said that their guard was 13.
Yep, and he only needed 1 point of damage to die, so he dies.
Ah, that's useful. So I pretty much deathbaned him. Pretty much. Same end result.
Spared the dying.
Vidus. Do you think they'll get angry if Medusa breathes on them?
Provides his breath.
Is this... Why can't I ping? Is this boat a boat that needs dying?
You mean this boat?
No, I mean this one down here.
No, that's empty.
How far away is that boat up there? In range. Does the boat up there need dying?
It does have people coming in on it, yes.
How much disadvantage do I take for Medusa's breath weapon against the boat?
You don't take any. The boat would take damage.
Okay, so it's just one unit that I'm breath weaponing officially?
Officially, yes.
Okay. So I just get advantage 1.
Hang on, I'm also trying to find a good sit. Okay, this one will work. That symbol means that it's empty.
Vidus woofs at Malgarian before he breathes on the boat.
Well, Bulgarian's like out to sea
Ah.
quite a distance.
Vidus still woofs.
Hmm.
Whether or not Malgarian can hear him, it's the thought that counts.
Okay, you light one of its flight fins on fire. It skims now against the water.
Oh, they're flying boats.
Yes.
I thought they just had wings because it was neat.
Nope, they actually fly close to the water to land on beaches and disgorge troops.
Cool.
This would take to Marcus's turn.
Yay. So, the only thing that Marcus can do at this point is look around and try to find anybody that looks hurt and try to heal them up.
So far, the party has only taken 1 point of damage, and that's to its most powerful, the most powerful member right now. But don't worry about him. He's
Yeah, that's pretty much all I can do, so I guess I'm just gonna pass until somebody lands. Though I will go ahead and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, move out to about there.
okay. Shing's up.
Alright, let's try something silly. Oh, I'm fizzled again. See? I can't move because it has fizzled.
Huh.
That's weird.
Kind of like grabbing by the very edge. It's very strange.
As we all move the character around.
This is determined by character. So, yeah, it says that it's Jing, and its name is Jing, and it can be controlled by everyone. You should be okay.
Now it's gone away again.
This is odd, and I've never seen Roll20 do this.
That is very strange. Okay, I'm gonna try to target this bottom right vampire guy. I just said vampire because I'm used to seeing white vampires in Magic lately.
Well, he's not a vampire. He's a human.
Yeah.
A human soldier in the service of Jumeirah.
Oh, should I? There was an agreement made with Tiedrix and everybody. You can kill Jumeirah, but no killing people from Tiedrix's kingdom, if at all possible.
No matter how badly they treat you.
Yes, no matter how racist they are. But so far, this is weird. There's dwarves, and there's other planeswalkers. Shit's weird.
So, Josh, definitely a heated homecoming, huh?
Uh-huh. Title drop.
Number 2.
Electric Boogaloo. We've
Speaking of
reached the
electric,
pinnacle. Good night, people. We've reached the pinnacle. There's no coming back from here. Cut the recording.
Night.
okay, I'm gonna try a forced move Bane against him.
Okay.
Just the Bane. I don't care about damage.
All right. Where are you moving him to?
Come on, man.
Would you like to use a legend point?
Yeah. God, he rolling 10. What is up with that?
I don't know.
Fuck's sake.
You can move him 5 feet.
I want to throw him in the ocean. I don't think 5 feet's enough.
No, you can throw him into the surf, not into the ocean. Now.
Okay, I'll put my last budget into this because I want this to work. There we go.
Hey.
Give me a quick moment to calculate. How high of a power level does that go?
Up to 8 is 20 feet.
Okay. They require 20. 9. So you got a power level 9 there to move it. So how far do you move with power level 9?
There's no setting for 9.
So 20 feet's the maximum. Okay. Which direction do you want to throw this man 20 feet?
Straight back into the ocean.
Like this?
Into the deep part if possible. Over
Like
here.
so.
Yeah.
Glory.
Sploosh.
Bing raises one hand and these sort of spidery tendrils of lightning come off. He says, "Plate mail, excellent protection, highly magnetic." Poof.
Not particularly buoyant, however.
Just magnetos him into the fucking ocean. I spent 3 legend points on that.
Never change.
I'm a broken man. Will work for legend points. Oh man. Well, getting real close so I could just throw him right into his mouth.
Do what?
No, Malgarian's like off the map. He's not really out there.
Oh, yeah, alright.
Jing slingshotted one of the bad guys into the ocean.
Oh, cool.
With the power of magnetism. Of course, I roll fine against the good guys. Luckily, the dwarves are very hardy. Hardy men are dwarves.
And
he
expendable.
takes that Morningstar to the face and doesn't care. His beard deflects it.
His beard deflects it.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck.
I don't think
No.
the beard is enough for that one.
Do not doubt the power of the dwarven beard.
It's
You got half a
20
man
points
down.
of damage. 20 points of damage.
Could have that much HP. It's unlikely, but
It's fine.
He has 30 points of HP. He has lost
Oh, damn.
2/3 of his health. Plus, he gets a free invoke on the guy. So I'm gonna make him immobile or not. Ooh, I'm back. Just one prone door.
One prone dwarf in the surf.
And the one in the surf attempts. the one in the surf attempts to swim because. Okay, so he manages to swim forward slow.
Damn these guys.
There, I've updated the list. And at end of turn. Next shift comes in.
Oh, damn it.
Uh-oh.
Drops you 3 men of your own.
Josh, is that the one that I was blasting first? Or
No, you have been blasting galleons.
okay, I just wanted to check because you had damage marked on it.
Vidus did that.
Oh,
Vidus was attempting to be useful. He woofed at you.
oh, okay.
So, Tiedrix's turn.
Okay. Question: can Tiedrix climb onto the back of the beast and ride it over to there, and
Yes.
then attack as well as the beast? Because
Like-
it's really just using move.
So you want to? Okay, I can see this happening. Yeah, we can do this. It's basically that you jump on the thing's back with you take your move action, jump on the thing's back,
Yep.
then ready action for when the beast reaches there for your attack.
Yes.
I can see this working. Yeah,
And then can the beast also attack?
yeah, on the beast turn.
Which is on my turn.
Yes. So ride him, Cowboy Teacher.
It's a very unique riding style you have there, where you lag several feet behind the beast.
There we go.
Okay. So
I had to adjust his token and put him to the front because the creature was on a different layer.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay, so he's just gonna try and if I tried to lightning strike all of them, what would I be rolling?
it depends on how you're going to do it. If you tried to do it as a cone of lightning, you take a -1. If you tried to do it as an area of lightning, like a sphere, you take a -2. If you were to attempt to hit each of them individually, but with like a multi-target attack, which means you'd roll one for each of them, it'd be a -2 for the additional 2 people.
I'll just do a cone.
You'll do cone?
Yeah.
Okay, then you want to actually move here.
Okay.
Because then the cone will go this way and hit all 3.
I'm going to use a legend point.
Okay. You have 2 legend points remaining.
There we go.
Better. All right. And then what is your summon?
Ground pound.
Okay. Ooh,
Oh,
boy.
fuck. Oh, shit.
Oh dear.
Well,
Well-
that dude's dead. So-
You can invoke a free boon of which you can invoke any might boon.
Any might boon?
Any might bane.
boon or bane?
Not
Okay, so your options are demoralize, disarm, fear, forced movement, immobile, knockdown, provoke, silenced, slowed, or stunned.
I'll go stunned.
Effect. During the target's turn, they are limited to either a single major action or a single move action or a single minor. And that is an or. I have to pick one. Effects that grant additional actions do not circumvent this unless they grant a free action. Note that a target expending its move action to resist this bane will receive the remainder of their usual actions if the resist roll succeeds.
Oh my. Okay. And then make it then fizzle.
I'm gonna cast Fireball.
Okay.
Glitter ball. Make them fabulous in death.
They will be
Glitter Ball.
fabulous.
Nice. I should also state that these guys are coming in units of 4, so each of these icons are 4 people.
All the more people to burst in flames.
And you hit all of them with like a round fire.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Oh, wait, he's dead. Yep, he dead.
And stunned.
He gets up from the smashed fist, readies his mace, and then sees a fireball. His face goes slack-jawed, and he falls and he doesn't get back.
I just love the smell of burnt hot dogs on the beach.
Hey, so is it really burnt hot dogs? I mean, Tiedrix is the only one who's whipped it out first.
Sojing, the dude with the white hair, no shirt, an eye patch, and a giant-ass sword, turns to you as you throw the dude in the ocean, gives you a wink, and goes, "That gives me an idea."
Oh no.
I knew he was gonna wink.
They all wink.
Yeah. He moves into the surf,
Please.
points at the dude. You feel like this big pull on Blue Man. As he says his spell out actually out loud. Pisces.
You cut out.
Why does the internet throw out all of my best lines?
All of your best what?
All of my best lines.
What? So what is it he said?
He called out the name of his spell, Pisces.
Oh, cool. We're getting a fish thing.
If he rolled enough for the Bane.
Seriously, where's Aquaman when you need him? We need some sharks up in this bitch.
Or Cthulhu.
That's true.
Look, this plane already has enough problems, okay?
To be fair, if we summoned Cthulhu, it wouldn't have any more problems. It would have one.
So, someone look up Polymorph for me because my internet's being dumb.
So, polymorph. alteration. What power rank was he going for?
The one that
Whatever
turns
would be
into a fish.
appropriate to turn him into a fish.
Okay. So power 5, polymorph a creature into another creature of the same size. Can reduce the attribute target's attribute scores by up to 2. If the new form would have higher attributes, the target becomes an exceptional version of that creature. Power level 6, be polymorph a creature into another creature between double and half the size. Form can now reduce their attributes by up to 3. Power level 8, polymorph a creature into another creature between quadruple and 1/4 of its original size. And then power level 9 would be into a creature of any size. And you can reduce by up to 7. So any
Well,
of them
you
will
did-
work. It's just a matter of what size of fish you wanted them to be.
Very small, about a trout size.
Which kind of trout?
You said up to a fourth of his normal size? Well, he's about a 6-foot man. So,
So about a 2-foot long trout or so. That's
Yeah.
power level 8.
A foot and a half.
so yes, this man is now a fish.
Now you rolled a 21 though. You could hit him with power level 9. He could actually be. You could turn him into a guppy for all it really fucking matters.
Yeah, he turns him into a guppy. Poof.
Well, there.
Plop right in. Someone get me an appropriate fish icon, because this man's essentially dead.
I mean, isn't that 4 men? So didn't he just turn 4 of them into guppies?
Yep.
And Josh resists ends. Fail times 3 equals 1 hour.
So he's a guppy for an hour.
I thought that was if they fail their resist save 3 times.
All right. Hey, look.
Lol.
Hello.
You are well on your way to your new life as a fish.
Oh wait, don't we do the resist rolls on their turn?
I'm trying to be speedy.
Okay.
So next guy. Yeah, that's real impressive. Now get out of the way.
Are they just having a giant pissing contest?
That still counts as 1.
So it's a giant dick measuring contest so they can figure out who gets the top bunk, if you get what I'm saying.
Wink.
It might be.
Are these guys wearing plate?
Yeah, these guys are wearing plate.
So they're conductive.
Yes, they are conductive. As that was Jig's whole idea, is he magnetized the dude's armor to throw him into the ocean.
So, hey, did the lightning damage do any extra damage or no?
I could see maybe arguing for an advantage 1 on lightning.
Okay.
Either way, the rocks walks up behind the dude and vigorously punches him in the
In the what?
right in the kidney.
Oh,
That was a perfect
Because-
cutout.
because you cut out at the first sound, and so I thought he was about to just taint punch a motherfucker.
Sure, why not? He taint punches the motherfucker.
Just taps him on the shoulder. Hey, bud. What? Boom! Oh, I'm gonna whiz red.
As he like lifts the dude into the air with his fist, he goes, "Cod pieces do nothing against that, right?" Is that a 3 next to it? Okay. And Jing's turn.
Okay, seeing how the dwarf got rocked.
He's not a dwarf. He's a human.
Oh. This guy here?
Oh no, that dwarf got rocked. Yeah.
Okay. I just found the one really short human among the dwarf corps. He's really offended. I'm gonna try to teleport him to safety, and I only have to move him like 10 feet, so even I can't fail this roll.
Okay. You say that now.
So I can regret it later.
Exactly.
See. Okay, I only need a power level 3 for this, so I got more than enough movement past that. So that's like a 12, right?
Something like that, yeah. Okay. You move him 10 feet.
Just ever so gently zap him behind me.
The free captain next to you goes, "Oi! Keep your magical doings off my bed."
I beg pardon, sir, but he was going to die.
If he dies, severance pay. His family will appreciate it.
Yes, but if he lives, he draws a salary for the rest of his days. It's a long-term solution, I admit.
Stop talking, more slashing.
Okay. That's my turn, so I'm done.
And the captain next to you, to demonstrate what he says, axes at the ankle or at the kneecaps of the dude in front.
Jing is a highly accomplished scholar. He knows what slash means.
Wait, did the guy just show him what to do and Jing was like, Jing is a highly accomplished scholar?
Would
No,
that
was-
surprise you? I mean,
'Cause that
honestly,
would've been
would we
hilarious.
be surprised if that was his legit in-character response?
What, referring
Well,
himself in the third person?
Yep.
It wasn't, but now it is. Minus the third person. You happy?
I am a highly accomplished scholar, thank you very much. I know what slashing is. I would just like to point out that that was neither Irish nor Southern, so I'm on a roll.
He's from the Irish part of China.
God damn it!
They drink potato sake. It's great.
I further stand by the alternate title for this adventure.
Agvis's wondering accents.
Yes.
Did we lose Josh again?
Maybe.
It seems so.
Which is unfortunate because the dwarves are up. Yep, there he goes.
There he goes.
Well, shit.
So.
Guys, how have y'all been?
Oh, hey, look, a bunch
Hey,
of
look.
rolls just came up. Welcome back, Josh.
the
Did
sheer
you know you
number of-
disconnected?
He's still not in chat.
Oh, I heard a
I'm back.
ding.
I'm back. I'm back.
There we go.
Welcome back.
So, Tiedrix,
Yeah.
By the way, we have no idea what the net result of any of those rolls was because you've been disconnected.
very little. A little bit of damage. A little bit of hacking. Tiedrix, suddenly you smell ozone as right over your shoulder, a massive spear of lightning just clears your peripheral vision and strikes this dude right in front of you.
I was wondering when that massive floating orb of lightning was gonna hit something.
Oh, she already threw that.
And whiffed.
and whiffed. She dealt like minimal damage with it. I was like, "Are you kidding?"
Because lightning never strikes twice.
Malgarian would disagree.
Apparently, with this chick,
What were you saying, Josh?
apparently with this chick, lightning never strikes ever.
And Gladius, as context for you, Malgarian's breath weapon is a bolt of white lightning.
Oh.
Or blue lightning, sorry. Like, not blue mana, but like just blue color. And he's been using that to strafe the boats.
Bulgarian's turn.
Speaking of,
Speaking of,
so can I, as far as just straight up just rolling to invoke Danes, can I just go straight to rolling knockdown on these boats to tip them over?
Yeah,
Okay, so that's a rank 1 Bane.
I know. It's really effective, right?
This is going to be really unfortunate for them.
Just, normally you wouldn't have an enemy big enough to cause knockdown on a boat. And this is
and here we have
unfortunate for them that we
Exhibit
do.
A.
Now, Josh, there's an additional thing that I'm curious about here.
Yes.
Because I know that you were talking about wanting to have people's, further focused beyond just what the extraordinary skills do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I... And I know that to that end we were talking about, like, he only focuses on summoning, like, drakes and dragons and whatnot. Just to be sure, if I roll to create a summon, I could pretty much start cow tipping 2 boats at a time.
Well, there's only 1 boat left.
Oh, well. Really? I've done that. I've knocked out that many. You said that this battle was going over the course of a mile up the coastline.
Yeah, but the other places got it handled.
Oh, so there's...
These are the ones that directly pertain to you.
Okay, well, because I will say, as far as Malgarian's motivations, once this part of the beach is secure, he's still going to go knock over other galleons.
That's fine. There might be other transports you could snipe in the water, too.
Fair. So yeah, I guess in this case, advantage 4 still, because I'm still sustaining the bolster. And yeah, we're just going to knock down a boat.
You knock down a boat?
Wow.
You knock down a boat hard?
At that point, do I just sink the damn thing?
Yes, you just sink the damn thing.
I mean, you might as well just land on it and see what happens. Because, I mean, what, 3-4 tons of dragon on top of a boat that wasn't designed for it?
But
Going to the GM lair, deleting the boat.
Just kind of, don't do it gracefully. Just kind of, fly right over it and then stone drop.
If I were to do that, that would be the plan. But no, what he's doing now is, since they don't have any ability to, they can't elevate their cannons enough to shoot at him while he's in the air, let alone do so accurately, even if they could. He's just strafing the boats and blasting out the side of the boat at the waterline.
Okay.
Like, nice boat you have here. It would be a shame if
something happened to it.
If an extra planar creature happened.
Marcus, it's your up.
Alright, well, because I don't like the fact that there's a badly hurt dwarf up there, I'm going to auto-cast my regeneration on it.
Okay.
Alright. Per the question I asked earlier, would that just auto go up to the full max level, or how?
I think free casts of it at full power at level 9 might be a little too powerful. This might be one of the few instances where I constrain it to the rank of your ability.
All right. So then he gets an auto d6 every round.
Okay, got it. I'm gonna give it.
Starting with 6 extra hit points. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to move into melee range here and rage.
I would like
Okay.
to rage.
Let's roll for some savagery. Okay, first guy gets his morning star deflected by dwarf. So it's so funny the first time. Second guy, nothing. This attack is aimed at Marcus.
Alrighty.
13.
With-
This one is aimed at Jimmy Summon.
At what? My creature?
Yes.
His guard is 21.
Vigorously smashes its ankle. Nothing happened. Alright, and that moves to Akvis.
Alright, are you ready? Are you prepared?
Totally.
Death.
I'm going to move forward. And which one is the least dead of these two?
The one right here.
Okay, so I'm going
It's
to
just-
move there. And we're going to smack it with entropy.
Okay. Oof.
And do I trigger my Bane?
Well, it has a 16.
So yes.
That's not. Oh no.
My death is my favorite. My death Bane is my favorite Bane.
Okay.
The target is immediately rendered immobile, unconscious, and unable to take actions. They have disadvantage 5 on all perception rolls. And any damaging attacks against them count as finishing blows. We may want to rework it so that I have to take a different Bane, Josh.
I'm okay with. I don't see why. No.
I'm okay with it.
Okay.
This is your gimmick.
I will be if I want to make a boss monster that's not going to die, I'll just make it not die.
You'll make it immune to my Bane.
Well, beyond it, not even that. It's just like, doesn't it have a special rule in there about like what happens to boss NPCs? Because the stunned one does.
I think so.
Nope.
Anyway. Oh, nope. Okay.
Really?
Yeah. You do get
No.
3 resist rolls,
Ah.
but you have to roll 10 plus Bane.
Which is 19.
Yep. So, Vidus, what's Vidus doing?
Vidus is going to fly over here and I guess he's just gonna melee it. Well,
Okay.
can I use? I'm just gonna use entropy in melee. No breath weapon. I don't want to breathe on anyone.
Nega Wolf.
Nega wolf.
Nightwolf.
Oh yeah, that was
like
one
I
of the
said,
other
I
things.
know what my next creature is going to be.
So, against this guy here,
Yeah.
he dead.
Vidus howls. And then rubs his face against Marcus's leg.
Did I do good?
Vidus is a wolf currently,
So,
Okay.
Fizzle.
with a DC of 56.
Wait.
To see
Oh,
that
no,
he's
my
not
turn.
actually a wolf.
My bad. It is Tiedrix's turn.
Okay. I think Tiedrix is going to try and just strike him with lightning.
Okay.
Oh, whoops! Hang on. He said he was advantage 1. Okay, nothing. So, I guess the monster will pound him into the dirt.
Okay. I was about to say, you have 2 legend points you could technically spend, but okay.
Nope, you make him jelly.
I think we need some necromancer paste.
And all attacks against it count as lethal damage. So his hit points just decreased by 6. Still not dead, though. Like, not real dead. Fizzle's turn. Please make it real dead.
Set it on
Super
fire.
dead.
I mean, they got this.
Okay. So, the dude with the big sword drops his sword, or stabs his sword into the... Points to the
Bye.
2 remaining guys. That hard pull of blue again, and simply says, Mass Oven.
Mass Avana.
And he turns them both into sheep.
Oh, wow, even
spell.
playing with blue is infuriating.
The rocks grabs the sheep by the scruff of its neck and its furry little behind, bridges it over the back of his neck, and snaps its and attempts to snap its. I'm going to spend his 1 legend point to reroll.
Yeah, there's no coming back from like.
Fuck my life. Hold still. Hold still, you holy bastard. It'll only hold for a minute. Jing, you're up. I need an appropriate. You're standing in front of what were 2 paladin-esque men. Now they are 2.
Glorious.
Remember, bah means no.
The dwarves are looking around to one another, kind of like, "Look, that just takes all the fun."
Since they're sheep, I'm just gonna call this fight over and go examine the flying machine because it looks neat.
It's a flying boat.
I want it.
Okay, I'm gonna roll to kill these guys then. Or attempt to, with the how I've been rolling.
Well, and the other question is, Josh, what rank of polymorph does he succeed at? Because it lowers their stats up to a certain value.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So,
sure enough.
They could very easily have like 11, 12 guard right now.
ranks a rank. What was it? 5, 7? I don't remember. One sec. I will double check this.
Rank 9 polymorph.
It was rank 9. Then you can lower their stats by up to 7.
Yeah, that put him everything they have pretty much to 0.
Yeah.
Okay,
So at that point, it's just roll to not crit fail, right?
Yeah, basically. So yeah, we could kind of call this fight done, because yeah, there's one more transport, but I imagine Malgarian's next turn is I blow up the boat.
Yeah, he's gonna secure this part of the coastline and then just move on to the whatever part's next and just start sinking ships.
The goal is to be
All right.
officially declared a naval force by the world rulings.
So, post-fight.
I should clarify that then. 1 second. He's going to turn off his boost to his personal might, right? Recast his creation to boost his creation, and he's going to summon another dragon. And
Is Vidus still illusion or shapeshifted?
I want to double check something about that because let's see, shapeshift duration. Yep, sustain persist. So yeah, he will at least sustain that because that's that's just helpful. So yeah, 2 dragons out there just boat tipping.
Tiedrix's plan has gone very.
Oh yeah, it went to shit as soon as we got here.
Hey, it's Tiedrix's fault for trying to have a plan.
Especially with this group.
Well, I don't think Tiedrix intended to walk into a war zone.
If I remember right, we were planning on showing up near the capital or something.
And we could very well be close to the cap. Rosario is kind of just a huge series of islands.
So, post-fight. That just sends from the tower. Intensive boat study. So post-fight, the dwarves kind of retreat up the coastline a little, secure the ridge as they can. The 2 unusual outlanders that give you that warm, I am also, the Planeswalkers are here tingle.
The quickening.
The quickening. Approach the group. The one with the white hair and the eye patch raises his arm. Hoi! So, don't think we've been introduced.
Is he alive? Is he
Is he what?
Leonin?
He is. No, he's not.
Okay, I can't make out the token. That's why I was wondering.
Do you want to?
Oh, okay.
Do you want to just switch us over to the character tokens page?
Certainly, we can do that, and I'll just throw them up there. Also, I can turn. Come on, dude. Sorry, my computer's decided to select everything and not just click.
Nice.
Hope these are a little easier to see this time.
We're still on the map.
Ribbon. That better?
Yes.
The big gray one, the Rhino Man, the rocks, kind of punches the other dude in the Don't greet them so fondly. Who knows what they're here for?
In the distance, you hear just Malgarian bellow as he's flying alongside the other dragon. You will fear the day that you came to fight me, as he knocks over another boat.
Yep. He's got a full smog. We're not going to go back now.
The one up at the tower, the one she's carrying a unusual bit of artifice on her, a large chamber filled with lightning that is channeled to a oversized gauntlet on her fist that crackles with energy. At least until she flips a few novels and switches. It dies.
Fizzle flies over to touch it.
You touch it, it tingles and smells of ozone.
Who are you?
This is so fancy.
Who were you directing that?
To both the gentleman in front of me, and I'll look at the rhino and go, "What are you?"
The white-haired man extends his gauntleted hand. Riddick Leonhard.
That is
And
so
this is
not
my-
how I read his last name.
Yeah. And this is my associate, Yav Soft here. And the woman over there is Sika Maryland.
Did you make this yourself? What's the power source? It's so pretty. Will you marry me?
That's a lot of questions, honey. Let's see. Power source is an aetheric conversion chamber that converts aether into aetheric bolts and contains them for later use. No, but I did do the modifications to it. And let's not get ahead of ourselves.
You didn't think about it.
It wasn't a no.
To you, Tiedrix, the massive rhino man goes, I'm Arax. I'm from further away than here. At
He's
this
saying
point,
he's from another plane.
I'm
No,
guessing another.
yeah, at
Another
this point,
plane.
Riddick punches the rhino man in the shoulder pad and goes, you can feel it. I know you can. Fine, fine. You know what I am. The two of them look back to the dwarves to make sure they're not overhearing.
Pretend he's dumb. Explain it to him.
They seem to overhear this. Do we really need to explain it? True.
No.
Yes. Pretend he's dumb and explain it.
So why are you here?
Fuck a gift horse in the mouth, why don't you?
Yav looks over at Riddick and then jerks a thumb at him. You asked that one. And he's just picking up this thing. He goes, I'm what you might call a troubleshooter. I go about and find places in danger of
In danger of what?
cataclysm, planar collapse.
And then you ask for money to help out. Right?
I mean, sometimes
Mercenary.
it's not a guarantee.
Mercenary with a heart of silver.
So I'll look at the guy with the white hair and I go, and why are you?
That was the one who was talking.
That's the one who
was
was
it?
talking.
Yeah, Rhino Man pointed at him and said, "Well, ask him." And then the other guy answered.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I misunderstood.
They're partners.
Do they know what you are?
Oh no! No!
And how did you explain him away?
You'd be surprised in the blind attorneys how effective the excuse of he's from a distant kingdom is.
I'm not from around here.
Surprised? Perhaps not.
Dwarves are
Everybody's
stupid.
stupid.
Yes.
Oh no, that's what we told the court.
As she points at.
Wait, what?
I mean, I might have also the dude kind of sheepishly like scratches at his eye patch. I might have also invoked a ward to polymorph him into a human temporarily.
Oh, well, it's not funny anymore.
Okay,
Since it's
That-
kind of the exact same thing we fucking did.
that makes sense.
Produce woofs.
But really, you'd be surprised. Most people don't travel beyond their small villages, towns, or cities.
Well, and you're very lucky that this is a plane that's very secular.
Oh heavens, yes.
I
So-
like how Tiedrix avoid the word violently racist.
So Tiedrix, do you have any way of detecting magic? Because I will say that white hair
Prescience.
guy, because
Prescience
white
is
hair guy
what you would
does have an aura. He
I
does have
do
an
not-
aura, but you
I haven't spent any points, but so no, I don't have any prescience at the moment.
can't. Okay. And I think the only guy who does is out blowing up ship.
I have prescience.
Oh, are you there listening?
Yeah. I think so.
You do notice that the white-haired guy does have a slight mana aura to him. Well, not a slight.
I focus.
Okay. And with prescience, you start to realize he's got a big enchantment on him, like an interlaced blue and white enchantment. Something to alter one's form.
Vidus goes up and sits in front of him, and his tongue lolls out.
What a cute dog.
Is he not?
Though he's not really a canine.
He's
Josh,
full
did
of
he beat a
bones.
56?
Oh, fuck, yes, I forgot this.
I wrote it down. Vidus is not a wolf check. DC 56.
I was gonna say, if this guy passively beats a 56, fuck
But
him.
I'm fine. I'm fine with him passively beating that 56 because I have a smart ass remark.
Seeing as it is Sarah's wolf, I will leave it to Sarah on if we honor the 56 or if we just let him play it.
Sure, he recognizes he's not a wolf because it's a similar enchantment as is wrapped around him, is it not?
Similar, but not the same.
It would also seem that things are not quite as... Hang on. I just got stuck on my asses. It would also seem that he is not the only one that is not as he appears. Now is he?
He immediately puts his finger up next to his nose and simply says, "Mum's."
I'll keep your secrets if you promise to explain them later. Can I roll seduction here?
Sure.
I'm joking.
I was about to say I don't know if you could seduce this individual. He's fairly married to his job is the term I.
I'm an androgynous lizard person. What else do you want from me? And I have a wolf. Who's not quite a wolf. I will keep your secrets silent. But I would be interested in comparing notes.
So,
As an aside, Josh, because Akvis and Vaduz have been around Malgarian a lot with his method of shape changing, does it remind them of that?
a little bit. It's different though. Bulgarians is more of a natural thing, like it's draconic in nature, kind of.
So close. It's one of those like close but not quite.
Yeah, it's that his is obviously like a practice studied arcane method. He obviously learned it from the book. Bulgarian kind of learned how to shapeshift from being a dragon.
Innate versus learned.
Is that a fair comparison?
Yeah, that's about right.
Sorcerer versus wizard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He looks around again.
Vaduz is still going to sit Vaduz is going to move to sit next to this guy and lean against his leg.
Pat the head.
His tail thunks on the ground.
And he did call Vaduz. What was the word he used?
Friend.
Oh, it was. Well, I was saying more like it was something paramount to like good boy. Yep, yes. That is a good boy. So Vaduz has won over.
So just briefly, a spotlight thing. The lady is moving over to meet with their other two compatriots. I like your wings. Excellent craft.
Thank you. I made them myself.
Are you also from Vryn?
I can't remember. Is that the place?
Yeah, that's right, the place. She's from the same plane as you.
Yes, I am.
I study at the College of Synergetics and
oh
Kinetic.
God damn it!
I see.
Well, before the whole weirdness, traveling everywhere thing. Yes, that's what.
I'm self-taught.
I would expect so from a pixie.
Sure.
But yes,
sure.
We're going to probably wrap this up here. So ladies, as you join, she joins the other two. Guy with an eye patch looks over you and goes, "So, I think my associate asked already, but I don't think he meant it with the same intention. So now that introductions are out of the way, what are you all doing here?"
I'm from here.
We're friends of Tiedrix. Well, some of us are friends of Tiedrix. Some of us annoy the crap out of him. And, we're here to fight.
Sorry, you cut out there, Emily. What's the last one?
I said, we're here to fight a war.
Oh, good. We have the same objective then. I think you should join us in our tent over in the barracks. The mercenary barracks, not the... We'd probably have much to discuss.
Probably you do with them.
I need to get back to the palace.
Well, you're in luck. We're on the nearest island from the... You might also want to make sure your friend disappears effectively. He looks back out over to the ocean.
He can handle
Yeah.
himself.
Yeah, the plan was that he wasn't going to reveal himself until I had a chance to talk.
You know who wasn't told that?
Yav, the Rhino Man, actually folds his arms in a bit of a kind of a smug, self-satisfied kind of look. And he goes, "Do you know what? Honestly, he might have just stopped the entire initial naval fleet from reaching the capital. Blown cover or not." This is going to cause a stir on both sides.
Oh, I'm sure of it.
I like stirs.
And by stir, we mean both sides are collectively shitting themselves, hoping that they don't piss it off.
All three of them blink.
No, Malgarian's not there to say that.
Yeah, Tiedrix's head is filled with suspicion and dread because of what he has to do next.
Seriously, I just like when things are fun and interesting. I don't really have time for anything else.
Well, we got a boat. We could probably take you to the. I imagine that the dwarves are going to be heading there for pay as probably by morning.
They actually hired the dwarves?
Desperate times. They offered their services at a price too good to say no. We just showed up and said we'd fight.
Yeah, maybe this won't be as bad as I think.
You'd be surprised. Those who are aware of this station's plight do recognize the stakes. They just want to be paid for their time. Either way, we're going to go get dinner started. Start packing like camp as well. We'll probably leave in them. And at that, I think we'll end it.
Okay.
Can I just get like a bookend in here?
Yes.
Sure.
A one-off gag before the credits roll.
Sure.
Jing is finally distracted enough from the boats he's staring at to the power glove on the woman and just sort of re-magnetizes over her. And he says verbatim,
No, go away. Mine.
just walking past.
I figured Emily would like this character.
Walking
But
past Fizzle without
missed the
even
major.
noticing.
We've missed the major question, though. Is she tall?
She's not.
Okay, to be fair, she's human, right?
Therefore taller than Pixie.
Therefore taller than Fizzle.
I was about to say she was a slightly under average, but you know.
But Fizzle is like all of 1.5 feet tall.
So after kind of floating over there like a Disney character chases a pie, it says, "What a glorious mechanism! What's the power source? You built this? Will you write a thesis with me?"
She repeats most of her option and then. Sure, but I get top billing.
Fair enough. Okay, rim shot. Let's go.
Okay. So, I'm going to play some music, take us out, get us another copyright strike,
Let's do it.
and I'll see you all next week.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Please don't sue us, Disney.
I like how Mulgarian was completely useless in the fight as a whole, but in the more macro of the campaign, he's just screwing everything up.
He literally lost the battle but won the war.
He is a macro creature.
No.
I like this song.
This feels like MT3K. Like right now, we're just all talking to the. I mean, it would be better if it was, because, you know,